All right, and welcome to properties of exponents. So this is a little different than what we've been doing because we're going to be talking now about properties and ways you can kind of manipulate exponents as opposed to just dealing with the graphing form. We'll be doing that more in class. So here, what I want everybody to understand is what we are actually accomplishing. What is 2 to the 10th? What is 2 to the 3rd? If you understand this, all this stuff that we're going to be going forward should be pretty straightforward. So 2 to the 10th is this. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. It's 10 of these. I believe that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2 to the power of 10. 2 to the power of thirds. 2 to the 3rd power is this. As long as you understand that, you should see that this is 13 powers of 2, which is just adding that 10 and that 3 exponent. So if we go over here to the calculator, 2 to the power of 13 is 8192. 2 to the power of 10 times 2 to the power of 3 will also give you that same thing. So we can just really kind of make a shortcut rule pattern, which is add these exponents. It works here, 5 to the 4th times 5 to the 5th. We have 4 of these, and we have 5 of these. So what we have total is 9 of them. And again, 5 to the 4th power times 5 to the 5th power is the same as 5 to the 9th power. So pause it, try the next few. Hopefully you paused it before all these answers popped up, but if you get to there, you should see we're just really adding the exponents. 4 or 5, if we have x and 4, it's just x plus 4, and x and z, it's just x plus z. So the pattern you should see is that if we have a to the x, and we have a to the y, so these bases are the same, we can just add the exponents. The reason we can do that, again, if you have this picture in your head, how many 2's do we have? How many 2's do we have here? Count them all up. It should be pretty straightforward to see where that property comes from. So on the back here are with just some common mistakes. So this is a common mistake I see very often. And again, you shouldn't make that because 3 to the 5th is this, which is not equal to 15. Keep that in mind. Okay, the same thing, some similar down here is this, we cannot combine. If we have this and we have this, we can't combine this into 8 powers of 5. We don't have a whole bunch. So this is completely wrong. And again, the same thing, you'll notice this is completely wrong as well if you understand what this looks like. Also, it doesn't work with addition. Right? This does not work. This is only works when we are multiplying. So if we go back to the page before, understand that this only works when we are multiplying powers of exponents. It will not work when we are adding them. So this is just some common mistakes I want you to jot down and make sure you do not make. Now, there's another small rule, which is a power rule, where if that formula we just did makes sense, this should also make sense. So take a look here at 2 to the 3rd to the 4th power. What that means is I have 2 to the 3rd, which is that, to the 4th power. What does this 4th power mean? It means I have 4 of these. Right? So what I really have is I have 4 of these to the 3rd power. So now what do I have altogether when I multiply them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 2 to the 12th. So if you were to go to your calculator, do 2 to the 3rd power, and then do that to the 4th power, you get 4,096. That's the same as 2 to the power of 12. It'll give you the same answer. So take a look and try to rewrite this next problem here. I'm going to pause the video, you pause the video, and I'll put the solutions up. So hopefully you did something similar to this and got 3 to the 10th power. Now, basically the shortcut for this is you can just, if you have this power to power is what they call it, you can multiply 5 times 2 and get 10. So if you have a situation like this, you have 5 to the 2 times x is equal to 5 to the 6. So how many groups of this do you need to get to 6? We can actually answer this question, just do this as x equals 3, because 3 times 2 is 6. Here you have b squared 5 times And then you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you have b to the 10th power there. So hopefully that makes sense, that what you are seeing is the power rule. So, if you have it something like this, it's just x times y. So if you have power to power, we say that multiply. The most common errors I see are multiplying this 4, doing something. Just keep in mind, we have, if you write this down as 4 to the third twice, because that's what the 2 power means, we just have 3/4 here, 3/4 here, so we have 4 to the 6. Don't bother doing anything else. So you can talk about and write down examples that you can prevent these mistakes. This is for you to fill in. So make sure you fill this in on your own. Just how would you stop yourself from making those mistakes? This section here just covers kind of a combination of what we just covered. So what I want you to do is see what you would come up with in this. And I will post then solutions here shortly. But pause the video right now, see what you come up with. So here's the first one. We have 6 times 11 to the third power. So we have 3 groups of 6 to 11. So we have a 6 here, a 6 here, a 6 here, 6 to the third power, 11, 11, 11 gives you 11 to the third power. Take a minute to pause and see if you can do the same thing here. So here's what I have for this one. We have 3a, 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 which gives us 4 groups of 3 and 4 groups of a. Try these last two. Give it a pause and try these last two before you go on. All right, so here you go. You have M3, M3S, M3S, M3S. You have 4 groups, which gives you M12, S to the 4, because you have 4 S's. Here you have 3, 6, 9. I ran out of room, but you have 15 groups of A and 20 groups of B. So really the patterns, this and this, is going to be in your own words. Okay, so I want you to write something down in your notes in your own words that would make this make sense to you. So when you see this, you know what you're doing. And again, this is all you. I'm going to let you kind of write down what you think is correct, what you think is incorrect, and make sure that you understand everything and put it in your own words. It'll be best to put it in your own words. So hope it helps. Good luck and have fun.